Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the issue brewing between Steffi, Finn, and Luna that's threatening to tear apart a family. The brewing family storm. Will Luna bring the house down with Steffi in it? This question looms large as tensions escalate between these two women connected through Finn. Hayes Forrester Finnegan has become the unexpected focal point of this family drama, with Steffi adamantly opposed to letting her son know about Luna. Despite Steffi's resistance, Finn, as Hayes' father, possesses equal parental rights and appears increasingly drawn to the idea of his children forming a sibling bond. Steffi's parents, Rich Forrester and Taylor Hayes, have already suggested she leave Finn and move in with them. This possibility grows more realistic with each passing day as Finn continues to prioritize his newfound daughter. The situation could reach a breaking point if Finn makes the unthinkable suggestion of having Luna serve her house arrest under the same roof as Steffi. Currently overwhelmed by the revelation of being an absent teenage father, Finn seems capable of making decisions that could permanently damage his marriage. His guilt-driven actions are creating a powder keg of emotions ready to explode. Steffi's mounting fury. Steffi Forrester finds herself in an impossible situation as her husband develops a growing bond with Luna. On March 7, viewers witnessed Steffi storming into Bill's mansion to confront Luna directly, making her feelings abundantly clear without any pretense of civility or welcome. The discovery that Finn and Luna shared an emotional moment at Bill Spencer's residence particularly devastated Steffi. Her husband's declaration that she and their children remain a priority rather than the first priority has only intensified her anger and insecurity. Finn's overwhelming sense of obligation toward Luna stems from his guilt about her difficult upbringing with Papi Nozawa, whom he now knows is both his aunt and his child's mother, a relationship complexity that defies conventional family structures. This guilt has driven Finn to want to compensate for Luna's past hardships, even at the expense of his current family's stability. The complicated family web. The revelation that Finn and Luna Nozawa are simultaneously father and daughter as well as cousins has created an unprecedented family dynamic. This complex biological relationship has left everyone involved struggling to navigate their new reality. Luna and Finn, having discovered their true connection, are determined to build the relationship they were denied. Their shared biological link has created an instant bond that threatens to overshadow Finn's established family life with Steffi. Adding another layer of complexity to this already tangled web is the potential involvement of Sheila Sharp. Spoilers suggest that as Luna and Finn grow closer, Sheila may also be drawn into their orbit, creating what could become a new family unit, one that notably excludes Steffi and potentially threatens her position in Finn's life. Future implications. Explosive spoilers hint that Finn's determination to make amends with Luna will push boundaries in ways that generate significant drama in the coming weeks. His guilt-driven decisions threaten to upend the delicate balance of his marriage and family life. The question of Hayes knowing about his half-sister remains a significant point of contention. Steffi's protective instincts as a mother clash directly with Finn's desire to unite his children, creating an impasse that may prove impossible to resolve amicably. Should Finn continue prioritizing Luna, Steffi may indeed follow her parents' advice and separate from him. The possibility of Luna serving her house arrest in Finn's home, potentially the same home he shares with Steffi, would almost certainly trigger such a separation. The emotional aftermath. For Steffi, each new development in Finn and Luna's relationship feels like a betrayal. Her husband's shifting priorities have left her questioning the foundation of their marriage and family life. The emotional toll of watching Finn develop a bond with Luna while seemingly diminishing his commitment to their family has pushed Steffi to her limits. Luna, meanwhile, finds herself caught between her desire to know her father and the hostility from her father's wife. Having already endured a difficult life with Papi Nozawa, Luna now faces a new challenge in navigating her place in Finn's existing family structure, a family that clearly views her as an unwelcome intruder. Finn stands at a crossroads, torn between his established family and his newfound daughter. His guilt over Luna's upbringing drives him to make decisions that, while well-intentioned toward Luna, threaten to destroy his marriage. The balance he attempts to strike may ultimately prove impossible to maintain. As this family drama unfolds, viewers can expect heightened emotions, difficult confrontations, and potentially life-altering decisions from all involved parties. The coming weeks will reveal whether Finn's family with Steffi can withstand the strain of his connection to Luna, or if this complicated web of relationships will permanently alter the landscape of their lives. Next, we will learn about the issue brewing between Steffi, Finn, and Luna that's threatening to tear apart a marriage and reshape family dynamics in ways no one saw coming. Will Hayes become the innocent victim caught in this family drama? Steffi Forrester is adamantly opposed to her son knowing about Luna, creating a significant point of contention with Finn. As Hayes's father, Finn possesses parental rights that could lead to him advocating for a sibling reunion between his children. This potential meeting would cross a line Steffi has firmly drawn in the sand. The question remains, how far will Steffi go to prevent this relationship from developing? Her protective maternal instincts could drive her to make drastic decisions about her marriage and living arrangements. Ridge and Taylor's intervention. Steffi's parents, Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes, aren't sitting idly by as their daughter's marriage crumbles. They've already suggested she leave Finn and relocate to their home, a proposition that initially seemed extreme but grows more reasonable as Finn's attention shifts increasingly toward Luna. The seasoned couple recognizes the warning signs of a marriage under severe strain and are positioning themselves as Steffi's safety net should the worst occur. Their experience with complicated relationships gives them unique insight into the volatile situation developing. Explosive drama on the horizon. The bold and the beautiful spoilers indicate that Finn's determination to make amends with Luna will push boundaries in ways that generate unprecedented drama and complications. His guilt-driven decisions threaten to upend not just his marriage but the entire family structure he's built with Steffi. The coming weeks will reveal just how far Finn is willing to go in his quest for redemption and how much Steffi can endure before reaching her breaking point. The emotional fallout promises to be catastrophic for all involved. Tensions reached a boiling point during the March 7 episode when Steffi stormed into Bill Spencer's mansion to confront Luna directly. Far from bringing a peace offering, Steffi delivered a scathing rebuke that made her feelings crystal clear. This face-to-face confrontation marked a significant escalation in the conflict, demonstrating that Steffi won't quietly accept the intrusion into her family life. Her protective instincts have transformed into a fierce determination to maintain boundaries that Luna seems destined to cross. Prioritization problems. Steffi's anger stems partly from Finn's shifting priorities. While he claims that Steffi and their children remain important to him, his careful wording reveals a telling omission: he never specified they were his first priority. This subtle distinction hasn't escaped Steffi's notice, fueling her resentment as she watches her husband's attention and emotional energy redirect toward Luna. The perceived betrayal cuts deeper because it involves not just another woman, but a complicated family connection that threatens to permanently alter their family dynamic. The nightmare just beginning. What Steffi has experienced thus far may only be the opening act of a much longer and more painful ordeal. Sources confirm that Luna and Finn's relationship will continue to deepen, creating an increasingly uncomfortable situation for Steffi. Her nightmare scenario could expand to include Sheila Sharp, potentially forming a new family unit that excludes or marginalizes Steffi despite her role as Finn's wife and Hayes's mother. The psychological toll of watching her family reconfigure around her threatens Steffi's emotional stability. The revelation that Finn and Luna Nozawa are simultaneously father and daughter as well as cousins has created an unprecedented family complication. This dual relationship creates a uniquely complex dynamic that defies conventional family boundaries and expectations. The genetic and emotional implications of this discovery have sent shockwaves through both families, leaving everyone struggling to adapt to this new reality. The biological connection between Finn and Luna represents just the beginning of a tangled web of relationships that will continue to complicate their lives. Poppy Nozawa's role in the deception. Finn harbors significant resentment toward his aunt Poppy Nozawa, who is also Luna's mother. Her decision to conceal Luna's paternity robbed Finn of years as a father, fueling his current guilt and determination to make amends. Poppy's characterization as loose as a goose suggests a pattern of irresponsible behavior that may have contributed to Luna's horrible life, further motivating Finn's protective instincts toward his newly discovered daughter. The history between Poppy and Finn adds another layer of complexity to an already tangled situation. The emotional encounter. Steffi was particularly disturbed to learn about an emotional meeting between Finn and Luna at Bill Spencer's mansion. This intimate father-daughter moment occurred without Steffi's knowledge or presence, creating feelings of exclusion and betrayal. The private nature of their connection threatens Steffi's position in Finn's life and suggests the formation of a bond from which she will always be an outsider. This emotional distance may prove more damaging to their marriage than any physical separation. Adding to the already complex situation is Luna's status as a murderer currently under house arrest. Finn's desire to support someone with such serious legal troubles creates additional strain on his marriage and family life. His willingness to overlook or minimize Luna's criminal actions in favor of building a relationship demonstrates the powerful pull of their biological connection, but raises serious questions about his judgment and priorities. Steffi's concerns about Luna's influence on their family take on additional weight given her criminal history. A bold proposition. The most alarming possibility looming on the horizon is that Finn might suggest Luna serve her house arrest with him and Steffi. Such a proposition would represent an extraordinary overstepping of boundaries and a profound misunderstanding of Steffi's feelings. The mere consideration of bringing Luna into their home demonstrates how dramatically Finn's perspective has shifted since learning about his paternity. This potential living arrangement would force an impossible situation on Steffi, potentially becoming the breaking point in their marriage. Sheila Sharp's potential involvement. Predictions suggest that Sheila Sharp may eventually join this complicated family dynamic, creating an even more challenging situation for Steffi. The prospect of both Luna and Sheila forming connections with Finn represents Steffi's worst nightmare coming to life. This unholy trinity could effectively push Steffi to the periphery of her own family, creating an untenable situation that forces her to make difficult choices about her future and that of her children. As this drama continues to unfold, viewers can expect explosive confrontations, shifting alliances, and heart-wrenching decisions that will forever alter the landscape of these interconnected families. The coming weeks promise to deliver some of the most intense and emotionally charged storylines in recent memory, with consequences that will reverberate through the lives of all involved for years to come. Next, we will learn about the issue brewing between Sheila Carter and her newly discovered granddaughter Luna Nozawa, a relationship that could reshape the dynamics of Los Angeles's most troubled families in ways nobody anticipated. Luna Nozawa's legal team might soon discover an unexpected lifeline in her genetic makeup. The revelation of her biological connection to Sheila Carter could potentially transform her defense strategy in the courtroom. Legal experts within the B&B universe have successfully argued diminished capacity based on genetic predisposition in previous high-profile cases. Luna's attorneys could present compelling scientific evidence suggesting that the infamous Carter temperament carries biological markers for impulsivity and emotional dysregulation, traits that might mitigate her culpability in the eyes of a sympathetic jury. Dr. Taylor Hayes, with her psychiatric background, might reluctantly testify about documented cases of inherited behavioral patterns, providing unwanted credibility to this controversial defense. The prosecution would undoubtedly fight such claims vigorously, but the mere introduction of this genetic component could create reasonable doubt, exactly what Luna needs to avoid a lengthy prison sentence. Comparing criminal histories. The parallels between Luna and Sheila's criminal activities create an eerie reflection across generations that even the most skeptical observers cannot dismiss. While Sheila's rap sheet spans decades and includes numerous attempted murders, kidnappings, and identity thefts, Luna's recent emergence as a criminal element follows disturbingly similar patterns. Both women have demonstrated calculated planning, emotional detachment during their crimes, and an uncanny ability to maintain composure under questioning. Criminal psychologists following the case have noted that both women target similar victims, those connected to the Forrester family, and employ comparable manipulation tactics to achieve their goals. This behavioral mirroring raises profound questions about nature versus nurture that extend beyond mere coincidence. Without ever having met Sheila, Luna somehow developed her grandmother's signature approach to eliminating obstacles, suggesting a chilling genetic component to their shared criminality. Should Luna's legal troubles result in incarceration, a dramatic prison meeting between grandmother and granddaughter seems inevitable. The concrete walls and bulletproof glass would provide the perfect backdrop for their first encounter, 2 generations of Carter women sizing each other up across a visitor's table. Sheila, with her extensive experience navigating the prison system, would likely arrive prepared with advice on which guards to befriend and which prison blocks to avoid. This potential scene carries immense emotional weight, as Luna would face the living embodiment of her genetic destiny while Sheila would confront a younger version of herself, one who still has the opportunity to make different choices. The prison setting would serve as a stark reminder of what awaits Luna if she continues down Sheila's path, creating a powerful visual metaphor for the consequences of their shared temperament. Mentorship and manipulation. Once connected, Sheila could position herself as Luna's mentor in the dark arts of manipulation and survival. Drawing from her decades of experience evading justice and reinventing herself, Sheila possesses a wealth of knowledge that could prove invaluable to her granddaughter. Their conversations might begin with practical advice about legal strategies but would inevitably evolve into masterclasses on psychological warfare and strategic thinking. This mentorship represents a dangerous escalation in Luna's criminal evolution. While she has demonstrated natural talent for deception, Sheila's guidance could transform her from an impulsive offender into a calculated strategist. The prospect of Luna absorbing Sheila's lifetime of criminal wisdom should terrify the Forrester family and everyone connected to them, as it potentially creates a more sophisticated and dangerous adversary than even Sheila herself. Steffi Forrester stands as the primary obstacle in both women's lives, creating a natural alliance point between grandmother and granddaughter. Sheila's obsession with being part of Finn's life has repeatedly placed her in conflict with his wife, while Luna's recent criminal actions directly targeted Steffi. This common enemy provides immediate common ground for bonding and collaboration. Their shared resentment towards Steffi could manifest in increasingly coordinated efforts to undermine her position in Finn's life. While operating independently, they've each achieved limited success against Steffi's formidable defenses. Working together, combining Sheila's experience with Luna's proximity to the family through Finn, they could pose an unprecedented threat to Steffi's security and happiness. Psychological warfare potential. The psychological impact of facing both Sheila and Luna simultaneously would test Steffi's remarkable resilience like never before. Having fought Sheila for years, Steffi has developed effective countermeasures against her specific tactics. However, Luna represents an unknown quantity with direct access to Finn through their biological connection. This two-front battle would force Steffi to divide her attention and emotional resources at a time when her marriage already faces unprecedented strain. Mental health professionals within the storyline might express concern about Steffi's ability to withstand this coordinated pressure without experiencing significant psychological consequences. The constant vigilance required to protect herself and her children from both women could eventually lead to anxiety, paranoia, or post-traumatic responses that affect her decision-making and relationships. Luna continues to reel from the earth-shattering discovery that Dr. John Finnegan, previously believed to be her cousin, is actually her biological father. This revelation has fundamentally altered her understanding of herself and her place in the world. The psychological impact cannot be overstated. In one moment, her entire family history was rewritten, her relationship with her mother Poppy permanently changed, and her connection to Finn transformed from distant relative to immediate family. This identity crisis manifests in conflicting emotions. Anger toward her mother for the deception, confusion about her relationship with Finn, and uncertainty about how this new information should influence her current legal strategy. While processing these complex feelings, Luna must simultaneously prepare her defense against serious criminal charges, creating an overwhelming emotional burden that could push her toward the one person who might understand her situation, her newly discovered grandmother.